Hey guys, it's Than. This video will be on how I made my first commission, which is the Radioactive Maverick pair. Although I'm only giving off one, I like to think of it as a pair because one of them's for me. So far this is how I've gone. I've been sanding all yesterday, and this morning I decided to finish off the sanding, and if it stops raining or drizzling, I might do the spray painting today. But if it keeps on raining, I won't really have the opportunity. But for right now, this is sort of how it looks like. I have the rest of the bits over there, and I'm sanding them as well. But I've been spending a lot of time sanding. One of the hardest parts is the handle, and anybody who's probably done a really good Maverick painting will agree with me with that, is the handle. I haven't heard anybody do this, but I found it's really effective to take my Dremel and get rid of all these little bumps here. They never really improve your grip all that much, and they really get in the way of sanding. So I've done it on this side, as you can see. I've Dremeled off all those nubs as well as some hard to reach areas lightly, so I don't actually go into the plastic. And then I'll just sand over that, so I make sure that this entire handle is nice and rough, so that the paint sticks there nice. That's what I'm going to be doing. Next is going to be a segment of me painting, hopefully. Because that's the next step in this process, and I'll show you how and where I do that and what paints I use. Hey guys, one more thing I wanted to make sure that you guys know about when I do my mods. One thing that really helps me out is good music. Right now I'm actually watching a Star One concert, which is one of my favorite bands. Let me actually just turn this up because I kind of have it low for the video. And so I have this playing while I'm modding, because I think that music sets the mood for anything, and a lot of times when I'm work on electronics, I'll put some electronica kind of music on there, and then just in general I like just have good music playing, and it really helps me focus and blocks out anything else that anybody's doing. So that's my suggestion to anybody who's modding. Just make sure that cool music is playing, because no matter what, you're going to be listening to cool music. So just an extra tip from the Fanimal. Hey guys, it's Than. This segment is just showing you how I'm going to be painting this. I'm on my front porch. It's still kind of wet and cloudy outside, so I don't want to do it out there because I don't want it to rain in here, so I'm just going to do it on my porch. I'm using Rust-Oleum Painter's Touch Ultra Cover. This is my first job. It just said also bonds to plastic. And so this is a semi-gloss black. And I'm going to be putting 2 coats of that, and then also a clear coat by the same company, Rust-Oleum. And I'm just going to be doing it flat on there. Being my first paint job, I don't want to do anything crazy. Just nice and simple. I've sanded these down really nicely. I enjoyed sanding over the do not modify warning. That was a lot of fun. I want to do it again sometime. And then I'm just going to be sanding down the barrel assembly and all this. And one of the things I like about this mod is basically I spray paint everything on one blaster, and then I just switch them out. And switch out. So it's a pretty easy mod to do. So I'm just going to be putting the two coats of the black and 1 coat of the clear, and then we'll take it to that point. So we'll see you then. Hey guys, it's Than. I'm just starting the process of putting the LEDs into the blaster. It took me a really long time to get this off because the paint just kind of sticks it together, which is unfortunate. But I just wanted to show you this. I got some green enamel paint, and I put this all along the surface of it. It's sort of like, I like to think of it as radioactive waste. Somebody else could probably say it looks like zombie guts. I don't know. I think it just looks cool, and I think it blends the green in with the rest of the blaster. So that's why I did it, and I think it's a nice little touch. So I've just taken this off, and looking at the internals, I'm probably going to be putting the 9-volt battery right into here. And I'm going to be wiring the LEDs. Going to put 2 here, 1 up top here, and then 1 nested right here aiming at the trigger, which is a nice little touch. Usually lights up your hand pretty well, or your fingers at least. So that's going to be the process of it. I have my 9-volt battery, my green LEDs, got my wire, my helping hands, my solder. I'm all set to go. And I'm just going to start plugging in my soldering iron, and then setting it all up. So then we'll cut to a segment of me finished, and you get to see what it looks like inside with all the LEDs. So we'll go to that point.
Okay guys, so I just finished all the soldering and I just wanted to give you a little peek of the internals. I'm just about to screw in everything. I got the battery here. Under this hot glue is my switch. And then I have an LED right here. And two LEDs here. And then one right up top here. And these three are going to be on the barrel. This one's going to be on the trigger. And I'm really pleased with how this turned out. I tried a slightly different technique in terms of where I placed the LEDs and where the holes went, and it's a lot cleaner than I usually do. Obviously I have 5 pennies behind the spring, and I've just greased up everything, make sure everything's still working fine. I have a 10 ohm resistor for this circuit. It depends on what I'm doing, but usually the 10 ohm works pretty well. But that's that. Let's get a nice shot of the internals. Those of you who like to do things by the book, if you're going to be trying this mod as well. And then I'm going to put it together and then show you what it looks like. I'm probably going to wait till the evening so you can see the LEDs. But they are working nicely, and it's going to look really cool. So that'll be the next segment, is all together in the finished product.
Alright guys, so this is the final product. The paint is all dried, the LEDs are in. I've shot it a couple times and it's performing great with the 5 penny mod. I really like how this turned out because I used a different technique when putting the LEDs in. So the LEDs are very seamless. They don't have any glue sticking out, or you don't see any of the yellow from the unpainted insides that I've dremelled out. So they're very seamless. You can barely even tell. If you just glanced at this, you wouldn't be able to tell that there was anything different about it besides the paint job. And also, even though the LEDs are clear, they still basically reflect all the black around them, so they really they're not very, very visible. But it looks great. I'm very happy with it. And without further ado, I'll turn off the lights so you can see how it lights up. Oh, jeez. Hopefully I don't die while doing it. Probably just, there we go. And probably turn off my lava lamp too. Alright. So, this is how it looks like lit up. There we go. I'm very pleased with how this turned out. I used a different resistor than the last time I put these green LEDs in the blaster, and the right resistor, so that way I was able to get the full brightness out of the LEDs. And I'm sure you can tell that every time I pull the trigger, the light gets reflected off the barrel really nicely, which is almost like kind of like a flash every time you pull the trigger, which is pretty interesting. And I just think it looks so good, and I hope it's showing up on camera how well this looks, especially when you actually go through all the darts. You really get to see how that looks and how it just goes right through all this green plastic. It just looks great. I love the way it looks. I can't wait to present this to the commissioner. And I'm just very pleased with it, to the point where I'm probably going to be making myself one. Once I get enough money from these commissions, I'll probably make myself one, because it just looks so good, and I kind of want to keep it. But I don't think my commissioner will like that. So let me just turn the lights back on. There we go. So yeah, I'm very happy that this turned out so well, and now I know I can make these pretty easily. And if anybody's interested, I can make these for about $30 a piece. And you would have to pay for shipping as well if we're doing any shipping arrangements. But it was a lot of fun working on this commission, and I guess that's really it. I do have the other one. It's still in pieces because I wanted to get this done before Father's Day. And I'm probably going to make that, and I'm probably going to put, because it's the opposite of this, I'm going to put LEDs throughout the inside of the blaster. And I'll probably make a video on that so you guys can check that out a little bit later. But here it is in all its glory. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later.